What is up, everybody? Finally back with another patch notes breakdown. It's going to be for the Paladins Season 6 launch update, Emergence. Now, I'm just going to get right into this, just cutting all the other stuff out of this. We got a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of stuff here that we need to talk about. This might actually be the most important patch in Paladins history because going into this, like these last couple, we had no updates for pretty much almost 5 months, 4.5 months now. What was the last one? Like the start of November, I think it was, or I think it was October was the last patch we had. Like going on 4 months now, pretty much, almost five. And the player base has been mad. We have not been getting nearly enough content per update. Overwatch 2 recently dropped, which is free to play as well. It's been making a huge waves and pretty much the same thing. The only thing this game had over Overwatch was being free to play. It no longer has that. I don't know. I think if this patch does not deliver, which we're going to talk about, and if this entire season doesn't deliver, I think this will be maybe the last year of the game. That's why I'm saying this is probably the most important update of the entire history of this game, because if Season 6 does not deliver and the game does not thrive and flourish like it needs to be, or even like better than this past year at least, the very least, it may not make it past 2023. And another thing before we go into this, if you guys know what the game is, like who's actually working on the game, Hi-Rez is split into different divisions for like who works on games. Smite is Titan Forge, Evil Mojo is for Paladins, and I think Rogue Company, I forgot what name there is, their team that works on that game is. Who cares? It's a dead game. And I think Realm Royale has like a small team of like 5 people or whatever working on the game now. But like going into this as well, like recently at the start of the new year, like I think about a week ago, going into this, Hi-Rez actually cut a bunch of devs and made a bunch of budget cuts and let a bunch of people go that were working on their games. The 2 major games that actually lost people, Paladins already didn't have that big of a dev team. They already have a really small dev team even before this. I think they lost 2 or 3 people. Now this is actually coming from somebody that still works there. That was still work there, and they actually said how many people got released from whatever. The only one that did not get any people cut from it was Smite, which is because they love Smite. They like swinging from Smite's balls. That's the one thing that makes them the most money at Hi-Rez. But I think Paladins, already a small dev team at Evil Mojo, lost, I think it was 2 or 3 people, so they're even a smaller dev team now. Like, take this with a grain of salt, but like this is what was said by I think 1 or 2 people that still work there about people that left. And then the other people that lost a bunch of devs over the last week that actually got let go due to budget cuts was Rogue Company. So Paladins, already a small dev team, lost a couple more people going into a brand new season that is probably the most important season of the game's history that needs to deliver. Otherwise, the game may not be around for another year. And then Rogue Company, which nobody expected that game to last longer than 2 years anyways, so who the fuck cares? But I don't know who didn't expect Rogue Company to die after like 2 years, after like the first couple updates they put out, and it just kept going downhill. I really don't know, but that's why the only thing they're doing is balance patches, because their dev team got cut in half pretty much. At least that's what was rumored and what got said. But due to budget cuts, so they have a skeleton crew working on Rogue Company now, and that's why they can't really produce content for the game, because they barely have anybody working on it now. But keep in mind as well, going into this, the Paladins dev team is even smaller than it was in 2022 because they lost a couple people due to budget cuts, which is a majorly bad decision, considering Smite is a pile of burning dog shit, and they didn't get any budget cuts at all. If anything, they got more money, and they got more money to their budget when the game is garbage. So I don't understand. Season 6, Emergence. Got a new champion, y'all. We're going to get right into this. There's a lot to talk about. I do apologize for it. Like I said, there's not going to be much on screen. I'm just going to be going through the patch notes. If you guys want to tab out, listen to me talk in the background while you guys are doing homework. I don't know, grinding EXP or something. I don't know, whatever you want to do in the background while you listen to me. That'd be cool. Not going to be too much on screen apart from the patch notes. New Queen champion Nyx, which I knew about for a while. New tank champion. Not going to go through the lore because I don't care and I don't have time to go through it. Tank, 4,800 health. The weapon is the Realm Breaker. If you guys know pretty much what she is, she's kind of like Ramattra from Overwatch 2. That's kind of what I can put her like. Like, she's kind of like Ramattra, but I think she was actually in development before Ramattra even was a thing. They've been developing this champion for over a year now. At least that's what one of the AOC reps said earlier. So, I don't take that with a grain of salt. You can't really trust them, but kind of like Ramattra, where she like punches stuff and does damage like with her fists and like tries to punch stuff and knock stuff back. She has a shield and that type of thing. With like an Orisa ult where she like pulls people in and like stuns them and does damage. Kind of like that, if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look up Overwatch 2 Orisa ult and look up Ramattra Overwatch 2. You find it real quick. Realm Breaker just does damage, pretty much like punching damage. Like, I'm not really going to go through this a lot because I can't play the PTS, and until I play her in game, I can't really give an opinion on it, but at least from what I've seen, she looks pretty fun, and she looks really cool. That's all I can really say about it. Like, she has pretty much what she is. She also has a shield, and then she has like an ability where like if you're taking damage, like whatever damage numbers you're taking actually turns into like a temporary shield, and it nullifies the damage you're taking, which is kind of cool. She also has a passive where you can actually gain like 20% rejuvenate if you're standing on the point. And I think like the closer you are to an ally, I think you get like 10% rejuvenate or something like that, which is really cool. So she's designed to be a point tank, and that's what people have wanted. So overall, that's a huge plus, and that's a positive. We finally got a tank that is meant and solely designed to mainly be a point tank. So that's what we needed, and that's what we've been asking for. So we did get that at least. I can't go through the talents. Like, she does have 3 talents, but I don't know what they do, and I don't know which one's going to be the best, like I said, because I haven't played her. So if you played her in the PTS, let me know which one you think is the best in the comments down below. And they got a bunch of cards, which I don't know what they even do, because like I said, I didn't play her, so I'm going to have to skip that. Now we got Golden Nyx, which I wish they would have a picture. The patch notes, I do apologize as well. The patch notes seem like they're really fastly thrown together. They have pictures of the gold skins for the new champion. They have the MVP poses and emotes. Like, they'll have like GIFs and like pictures of all that. They don't even have that here. They don't have any of the new avatars. They don't have no pictures of those. Like, I feel like whoever threw this together was just kind of slopped it together and got it out. So I don't know if it's going to be updated. Maybe on Monday, once they have the update show, they'll update the patch notes and they'll put all the stuff into the patch notes, and they're just waiting for that. Or they're going to add more to the patch notes that we don't know about. If there is, I'll update everybody in the comments. I'll pin a comment down there and I'll let everybody know. But we'll find out, I guess. Into the Abyss. Got a brand new event pass, y'all. Well, there's not even an event pass graphic. Remember when we used to get battle pass graphics for the new event pass? Where's the battle pass graphic? Is this it? A picture of Marauder's port? Is that what we're getting now? I don't know. I can tell you guys right now, you guys may not believe me, but like this type of shit is, I'm telling you guys, like, you may not believe me that they cut staff and people got let go due to budget cuts, but like, with this being this lazy, they don't have time to even put a goddamn graphic in the event pass anymore in the patch notes. Like I said, it may just because they were cut short on time and they're saving it for next week during the update show afterwards and updating it. But if not, they're kind of slacking on the patch notes now. We aren't even getting like pictures and like stuff of like anything in the patch notes, like the emotes or anything, or like the gold skins, or even like a picture for like the title of the event pass, like we usually get. Into the Abyss event pass. We don't have pictures of the skins. We don't even have pictures of the skins in the event pass in the patch notes. Usually we have photos of the skins in the patch notes. We don't have those here either. So you guys gotta have to check them out in the PTS, or if you guys want to check out like an in-game model of them, I did a data mine video, but I think last week, that has the in-game models in the video, like just like 2D ones. So if you guys want to know what they look like, or just look up the PTS, just Google them, you'll find them real quick. Doombringer Ceres, Flamebringer Ceres, which is a recolor. Wings of Darkness Sati. One of them has red hair, one of them has blue hair. That's all I know, and I'm not sure about the Ceres skins. I've seen one of them's green and black, and the other one I'm not sure what color it is. Probably red and black, if I were to guess, or purple and black, something like that. Overall, like the one thing I will say about this event pass, I really don't like that they keep giving skins to champions that have like 2 million skins already and don't need another skin for their entirety that they'll ever be in the game, or like giving skins to characters that just got skins, because Sati just got a skin not too long ago and she keeps getting skins. I wish they would give champions that don't have skins, or like haven't had skins in years, like I said, Shaolin, Makoa, Talus, Grover, like those type of champions that just haven't had skins in forever, give them skins in the event pass. But I will say, like, these two skins look better than any of the Overwatch skins we've gotten, apart from the mythical skins that we've gotten in the 2 seasons of Overwatch 2 we've had so far. So props to everybody that works on the skins. They look absolutely gorgeous. I just won't be buying them because I play on Switch and the textures don't load, so you ain't getting a dime out of me unless you fix the textures. I can actually see my skins. But they do look great, if those of you guys that do play on PC and actually play on stuff that actually loads textures. Other event pass exclusives, a bunch of other stuff. Spray, Avatar, like they don't have pictures of this either. Where is all the pictures? Where are some of the stuff showing us what we have in the event pass? There's nothing here. Like I said, whoever did the patch notes, they're really lazy or they're really slacking. They were just ran through this and they slopped it out for everybody. I don't know. We don't have photos of anything. We can't see anything we're getting. We have to go into the PTS to actually look at it. We shouldn't have to do that. Loading frame, which they usually have a picture of the loading frame at the very least. We don't even have a picture of the loading frame in the patch notes. Like I said, unless they're adding all this stuff after the update show next week, and they're going to update the patch notes again. I don't know why it's not here. Trials of the Realm, 300 crystals, 120k gold, 6 levels, event pass boosters, skins, whatever. Limited time modes. Get nixed, who cares? Just play the new champion. Greatest hits. I don't know why test maps is not its own queue. Why is test maps still in the LTMs and not a separate queue? I don't understand. It was a separate queue a couple years ago, and they randomly took it away for whatever reason. Don't know why. And the only other one that's actually here is Pick Any, which is made into a TDM, which doesn't make sense still. I don't know why they don't have Pick Any but in Siege in this. But here's another major thing this patch. Payload is back, y'all. Now there's not actually much here to actually talk about it. The only thing they have here is this. We're probably going to get more info on this on the update show. But it is actually, Payload's going to be an LTM that when LTMs are not active, it's going to be in the game. Weekdays from Monday to Friday, midnight EST. So on the weekends, there's going to be a different LTM, but on the weekdays, Payload's going to be in the game the entire week, pretty much. It will be active in the LTM slot instead. Return to maps like Ice Push, Outpost, and Jungle to compete the push with your cart the farthest. So my question for this is, if it's in the LTM slot, is it classified as a limited time mode, or is it an actual like game mode that's in the game? But it's only there weekdays. Like, it's still not considered an LTM, but it's only there the weekdays, so they can swap it out for LTMs on the weekends. But it's like an actual game mode now. And do we get EXP for playing this? Because if we don't get EXP for playing Payload, that is a huge blunder, and I know a lot of people that won't even bother playing it more than just trying it out, because they're better off playing Siege to actually get EXP to finish their event pass and level up their champions and their accounts. So that's the only two questions I have. There's nothing that clarifies that here, so hopefully they go over that in the update show, which I highly doubt they'll do. Otherwise, though, payload coming back is a great thing. This is probably the biggest, most major thing out of this entire patch is payload. So hopefully they cover it a lot in the update show and we see what actually is going to be going on and what they're going to be doing for that in the future and stuff. So, but customizations, we got a Koga skin. Again, no pictures for any of these skins. So if you guys want to see the skins, go check out the PTS. I would put them in the video, but I don't have the PTS, so I can't get you guys any of the skins themselves. So, but bloody Bakimono, another Koga skin in the chest. If you guys want to know what it is, it looks like a kind of like the Demon Talus skin, that type of theme, kind of like a demonic type, like Oni type skin. Retro Vivian, kind of like the 50s type retro type skin, like the the first thing I thought of when I saw the skin earlier was like Cruiser Diva. If you guys know that skin from Overwatch, the kind of the same thing, same theme as that. Chests, we got a bunch of chests with a bunch of other stuff in them. There you go. If those of you guys that want to waste money on those. Rank split. You think being a season launch that we would have an entire ranked overhaul, we would have some new ranked matchmaking changes, we would have something here to actually make people want to play ranked. What do we get? Brand new season? Play 100 games. Okay. That hasn't changed. The avatar is avatar. I guess we get the word avatar for a reward, guys. We don't even get an avatar anymore. We just get the word avatar in quotations. Win 100 ranked matches. Okay. That hasn't changed either. Reach gold 5 or higher for a season 5 loading frame. I don't know if you guys have seen the loading frames for season 5 loading frame awarded at the end of season 4. That doesn't make sense because season 4 was 2 years ago. That doesn't make sense. That's wrong. That's completely wrong. This should be season 5 loading frame awarded at the end of season. That still doesn't make sense. I don't know. It should be season 6 loading frame awarded at the end of season 6. I don't know how this doesn't make sense. I don't know what they're trying to think there. Because season 4 was 2 years ago. Everybody already has their frames from season 4. That was in the start of 2022 is when we're in season 5. So that doesn't make sense. Again, I don't know who was writing these patch notes. I don't know what they were doing when they were trying to write these patch notes. They don't make sense. And overall, if you guys want to grind ranked for the border or the loading frame, go take a look at the loading frames for grinding for season 5 through ranked and how awful they look. They are some of the worst loading frames I think we've gotten in the history of the game. And that was for people that grinded and wasted their time and pretty much put their blood, sweat, and tears, ripped their hair out, shed tears, spilled blood, over ranked games, trying to claw their way up to rank and actually trying for loading frames. And believe me, I know people that did it, and they were so disappointed earlier seeing the frames. I don't have them on screen. I don't have any way to see them, but once you guys see them in game when this patch drops or on the PTS, like the Diamond, the Masters, and the GM frames from this last season that you got for getting to those ranks, they look absolutely terrible. I feel bad for the people that actually just wasted their time just to grind for a loading frame because you guys got absolutely just gypped and scammed. It's really sad. You want to know what the good loading frames were? The best ones we've gotten so far were for Season 3. Those are the ones that actually look like badass looking loading frames that actually look like they mean something. The rest of them have all been getting worse and worse every rank split and ranked season. Still, there's nothing else here, y'all. There is legit nothing else here. No ranked overhaul, nothing with the matchmaking, no map pools, no extra bans. Is this a season patch? Is this a season launch patch? Or is this like your typical average Paladins patch? Because I don't understand. The biggest patch of the year, and ranked has an opportunity to actually be updated and changed, and we don't got anything new at all. Huge L. Huge L. Really, really disappointing. Split 1, play 15 ranked matches. You get a free gold chest. Play 25 ranked matches and you get something named Cosmetic Name. You get the title Cosmetic Name, or at least that's what it seems like, because there's nothing here. They didn't even insert it into the patch notes. Lazy. Unless they're waiting for the update show, which hopefully they are, to put that into the patch notes. By that point, everybody already read the patch notes and nobody will care. Like I said, that's it as well. That is it. That is it. And the one thing they didn't even add here is there's a Pip skin. There's not even, they don't even mention the skin. They don't even mention the skin for the patch notes, y'all. This year we intend to have 4 rank splits of roughly 3 months, whatever. There is nothing here of the Pip skin. If you guys don't know, the season ranked reward for this season 6 is a Pip skin. And it looks like absolute shit. I remember when I told you guys to, I think in a data mine video like a month or 2 ago, we got a data mine for a Pip skin. I was like, how much do you guys want to bet the only way we're going to get a Pip skin after 5 years of him not having a skin is going to be them sticking a Pip skin out of pity into the ranked rewards. So you have to grind for it into the ranked rewards because they don't want to put Pip into an event pass or in any other way to buy a skin. And what happened? We got a Pip skin in the ranked rewards. I'll take my lottery winnings and I'll take my bets and I'll go place another bet and win some more money because I'm right again. Could have seen that one from a mile away. It's way too predictable. Just like what they did with Torvald and Eevee. All the other champions that needed skins after not getting skins for years upon years, they stick them into the ranked rewards, and then yet people want to grind for them, and they want people to grind for them when they're not even that good. I feel bad for Pip, because Pip is such a cool champion, and he just gets shafted every single fucking update. And even with skins. He hasn't got a skin since Pepper, and he finally gets a skin, and it's average as fuck. Mid. You want a definition of a mid skin after 5 years? Go look at the Pip skin that we're getting for ranked rewards. Garbage. Really disappointing. So far, not good. There's a few positives here, but I gotta be real with you guys. I really do. I can't sit and sugarcoat it. I can't sit and lie to y'all. I gotta be real. I want to be positive for a Season 6 patch. I really do, because I really want the game to succeed, but it's not looking too good. Here's the balance. Here's another thing. Air strafing is, I guess, where you can move faster in the air while you're aiming or something, I guess. I don't know. It's for your higher tier players that have more mechanical skill. They did a partial revert from 1200 up to 1650. I don't know what that exactly means. If that's movement speed or whatever that is. I don't know. Mid-air inaccuracy fully removed from all champions. The only ones I can see this actually mattering on are ones like Cassie, Eevee, Pip, and maybe some of your blasters. Which I think of most of the blasters anyway has never had mid-air inaccuracy, at least that I know of. I guess maybe apart from Willow. Willow might not have, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Apart from that, I don't think it really affects that many other champions. I really don't. And who's going to be sitting and jumping while they're shooting most of the time anyways, unless you're like one of the hyper mobile flanks or that type of thing. Items, Guardian increased from 24 up to 30% and 2% up to 2, 4, and 8% per level. I don't know why this wasn't added last patch or 10 patches ago. I don't know why. Kill to heal being nerfed for whatever reason. I don't know why. Don't know why. Again, I wish they would put some like dev notes in here why they're making these changes. The Guardian one's obvious because it was really bad. But like the kill to heal changes, I wish they would put some like notes here to tell us why they're doing this. There's nothing here, so I don't know. You gotta assume why they're doing it, and I just don't know. Champion balance, guys. Believe it or not, this is all we have. I'm going to scroll and let me know what you guys see. I see 1, 2, 3 champions. That is it. That is it. Cursed Revolver. They completely removed it from the game. Okay, good step in the right direction. They actually brought back an old talent. If you guys don't know what Dark Stalker was, it was actually a talent that Andro used to have about 3 years ago, before they actually got rid of all the 4th talents, which actually was a solid talent back then. and they completely brought it back. So they got rid of Curse Revolver because they didn't know how to balance it at all. They tried to rework it a couple times, didn't work. They tried to balance it a couple times, they failed miserably. They got rid of it entirely now. And they brought back Darkstalker. Deals 20% more weapon damage to enemies below 50% health. Okay, good. Which is, I think, the exact same thing it did back in the day before it got removed. Okay, good. Good change to Andro. And the one thing they still actually do, it allows more flanks to be played. But at the same time, we lack champion balance here again. Where is the nerfs to 7? Where is the nerfs to Lex? Where is the nerfs to Kasumi? Where are some Willow buffs? Where are some other buffs for some other champions that are really bad right now? Moji rework, Torvald rework, Pip buffs. I don't know, there's a bunch of other stuff you can name off that is nothing off the top of my head right now, but there's a bunch of other balance changes and things we need that just aren't here. I don't understand. Now, the problem with this is you're going to see a little bit less Andro being played. He's still going to be pretty good, but now instead of Andro being spammed and being banned every game, I think what's going to go happen now is you're going to have Lex and 7 being banned again now, because with this change to Curse Revolver, by default, Lex and 7 are now the best flanks in the game again, along with Casbane if you can play him. But Casbane's more of a higher tier, higher skill ceiling type flank that can only be played by like your better type players. But mainly 7 and mainly Lex. So we're trading Andro away from being picked and banned every single game and ruining everybody's matches now. That being ended after like 6 months of terror or more, to back to having 7 and Lex ruin everybody's games. So again, we're lacking champion balance, and the champion balance we get fixes one thing, but then ruins a bunch of other stuff again. Because we lack what champion balance, and there's not enough balance changes mainly. And Sky is a lot better with this as well, because before Sky gets pretty much 2-tapped with Curse Revolver. Now you don't get 2-tapped anymore unless you're below 50% health, which you can play around a lot easier. So Sky by default is also a lot better. And Koga, and Talus. So those are also 3 flanks that are incredibly annoying, that also get 10 times better with this now, that did not get balanced or changed at all. Sky, not really. She's more of a, I don't know, you can kind of argue she's more of a pub stomper because she's garbage on PC, at least from what I hear, but the other 2 I don't know about. I think they're going to be incredibly oppressive and really annoying to deal with again, too. Again, they don't know how to balance the game. Azan Tempering increased the base cooldown, decreased the base cooldown from 50 to 25%. Okay, good. I still don't know why you would pick Tempering, though, because it's not really that good of a talent still, even after the buff. The problem with Azan is he just got nerfed into the ground way too hard. That's the main problem with Azan. Ever since he got nerfed into the ground, he hasn't been really that good. Dredge, expansive vault, jump height increased by your first step from 1 second. From exiting shortcut is increased to up to 2.5 seconds now. So you can have a little bit more time after leaving a shortcut so you can get your jump height if you want to use that. Whatever. Changes his playstyle a little bit if you want to, but apart from that, it doesn't really do anything to make him much better. Crow's Nest, hitting yourself with broadside now applies a knockback. They increase the knockback by 50 points per level. Okay. Again, this doesn't really do anything to make them better. It's just kind of a gimmick that you're going to use for your self-play style that doesn't really affect anybody else. And believe it or not, y'all, that is it. Keep in mind, y'all, this is a Season 6 launch patch that is the biggest patch of the year, every single year. And unless they're saving stuff for the update show, which I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, they might be saving stuff for the update show and not showing us here, and they might update the patch notes at a future time to add that, along with some of the other stuff. But apart from that, fuck's this? Oh, it copy-pasted for some reason, okay? But apart from that, there's nothing else here. That is it. This is a Season 6 patch, launch patch, and we got 3 balance changes. We had more balance changes last patch, and that was just a random end-of-the-year throwaway patch that had pretty much no content at all. I don't know. I want to be positive, guys, but like at the same time, if we don't get any other changes added to this, or if there's like some other stuff that didn't add, and this is all we do have, I don't know. Balance changes. I'm gonna have to give the balance portion of this patch a huge L. Probably one of the biggest L's of the entire season out of the last couple years. Awful. Like I said, no reworks to Moji, no Moji buffs, no Torvald buffs. What else needs to be changed? Lex nerfs, 7 nerfs. There's a bunch of other shit that needs to be changed too. There's some healers that are kind of lacking, stuff like Pip. There's a few other ones. Grok's still pretty bad as a healer, mainly just good as a damage type hybrid. There's a few of the tanks that I think are kind of lacking. I don't know. I think Yago needs a couple buffs or a couple reverts to some nerfs she got. There's a few DPS that I think are kind of lacking. Could use some slight quality of life changes or some slight reworks. Amani buffs. Tiberius, no Tiberius buffs. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. And this is all we have for bug fixes. This is it. Azan, Drogos, and Jagras, some small bug fixes for both for those that aren't even that really game breaking, apart from one. So you're meaning to tell me there's no fixes or anything for the Switch crashing issues, or the textures not loading, or the freezing? No fixes to the friend roster, or like the friend menu when you're trying to invite people and it bugs out on you and you have to keep resetting? Which some of you guys probably know because we streamed earlier and that happened to us for like 20 minutes in a row. The game kept bugging out on us and wouldn't let people invite. It wouldn't let me invite people, and it would keep bugging out, and the same people were invited when they weren't. Oh man, I don't know, y'all. I think the main positives of this though are payload. If payloads can knock it out of the park, payload will be really good. The event pass is pretty good, at least skin wise. Some of the best skins we've gotten, even though I don't like having skins for champions that have a million skins or just got skins. The skins are great, really good. And then the new champion seems to be really fun and really well designed and what the game actually needed. Apart from that, for a Season 6 launch patch, everything else, huge letdown, huge disappointment. Unless they're going to add some more stuff here. I'm going to keep it open-ended. I'm not going to give them like a full 100% judgment, because we could be getting more stuff with the update show, because they might add some more. It looks like they may add more to the patch note just by how this is kind of labeled and kind of half-assed filled in with content on this patch notes page. But if there's not more stuff here that we don't get revealed, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm going to have to say L. Huge L. Keep in mind, we do have an update show on Monday. Maybe they'll add some more stuff. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you guys excited for Paladins Season 6? Are you guys going to be returning to the game? If you're a new player, are you going to be getting into the game? Are you somebody from Overwatch 2 or Overwatch that wants to get into the game and just found the game or wants to start playing the game? Let me know in the comments down below. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody.